Do you know what I think is so sexy, like very underrated sexy, is when you have like a boat neck top and there's just a little shoulder like that. I've had a lot of little, I don't want to call them trends because it's not like the pieces themselves are something that's going to be super in trend and then out of trend, but little fashion things that have been sticking in my mind lately that I've been really wanting to incorporate into my wardrobe. I have 5 key essentials that I have personally decided to add into my own wardrobe, especially in these transitional months. We're heading into spring, that I am so excited to wear kind of like nonstop on repeat. I'm leaning towards something that's high quality materials at a decent price point. So I grabbed a few pieces recently from Quince that I'm quite obsessed with. If you haven't already heard of Quince, they're a fashion company, but they actually make so many different things. I recently just bought a piece of luggage from them and I was so impressed. But for the cases of this video, I have been investing in some fashion pieces and I really love that they have a 365-day return policy. They use a lot of really high quality materials, which yes, I am a huge fabric snob. And what you get quality for the price is just honestly unmatched. I'm a really picky person and it's just really hard to find that balance. But Quince really hits that sweet spot for me, especially because as a 4'11" short queen, I can't always buy things off the rack everywhere else. So shout out to you, Quince, and thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I'm so excited to be sharing with you what's been in my noggin that I'm adding for spring. First of all, as I already mentioned, I am obsessed with this sweater I'm wearing. It's 100% Mongolian cashmere, and I am just obsessing over boatneck silhouettes. Collarbone area, I think it's a very chic, sexy element without showing too much skin. And I like that you can wear this both ways. You can just wear it as a normal top like this, and it kind of has this elegant, wider set neckline. But I also really like that I can pull it to one side and give a little shoulder. I like that it's also not too long or short. I think on maybe others, it might be a little bit more of a cropped silhouette, but my trouble is a lot of sweaters end up being way too long for my torso. So you can wear this tucked in, but I can also have it just fully hanging outward and it doesn't look way too short or long. It's just a really perfect lightweight sweater that I'm going to get so much wear out of. Not to mention, I don't have anything in this colorway. This green, I think what I really love is it's not just a solid green. It has a mixture of these various green tones. Kind of reminds me of a forest floor. I find that it has a lot more dimension when I opened my package and saw it in person. I just thought it was so lovely. This is the kind of material where if you have really sensitive skin and some sweaters just like make you feel uncomfortable, this is not that at all. I love wearing this on my bare skin. It's so soft and so warm. The next piece that I think is going to be so chic during the springtime is a little silk tap pant. I love the lace detailing at the bottom, and I have been looking high and low for some satin pants that I can wear not only as PJs, obviously these are PJ shorts, but I've wanted to wear them casually, especially paired with something a little nicer on top like the cashmere sweater. Adding the little bit of lace and silk at the bottom I just think is so cute. I've been seeing it on my Pinterest board online. I just think it's really chic. But the trouble I had when I was searching online is I really wanted a pair that was made of silk. And the crazy thing is that the price point of these is $50. I saw a lot of synthetic shorts at that price point. So if I can get it for silk, 100% silk, which is so much more breathable and soft and just feels so luxurious on the skin, I'm gonna go for the silk pair. These fit so comfortably. I just honestly, I want to pair them with everything. I want to pair them with graphic tees. I want to pair them with my sweaters. The lace at the bottom is really soft. It's not scratchy at all. And I also like that it has a drawstring waist, so you have a little bit of adjustment at the waistline, but it is super stretchy and just so comfy. I know that when spring and summer roll around, I'm gonna be wearing these nonstop with everything. I'm in this era right now where I have to be comfortable, and if my clothes don't let me be comfortable, I just don't end up wearing it. So it's not just this. Everything I'm going to be talking about today, all of the different trends, they're all definitely leaning on a basis of just being comfy. So if you're that kind of person too, let me know down in the comments, because I can't stand things that are just going to make me too constricted. Not in this era of my life. No, thank you. I did my research. I looked through so many shorts, and this was the number one pair that I decided I must have. The next thing that I wanted to pick up that I've been searching high and low for, this might be a little silly, but I'm gonna call it the period dress. And I don't mean like Regency era. I mean, when I am on my period, the first couple days of my period, and I'm bloated and I don't want anything clinging on me, but I still want to look a little bit chic and fashionable and like I didn't just stop trying. I basically just want to wear what feels like pajamas but look nice at the same time. And I have been loving this cotton gauze kind of material. I don't know if you have any clothes made of this kind of cotton. It's so lightweight, it's so soft, it washes really well, and for some reason this maxi dress in this black, particularly black cotton gauze material, it doesn't look like a bathrobe situation. It actually looks so cute and so chic. It's slim enough at the bust kind of area that I think you can still kind of see my body shape there, but because it flows outward and straight down in this long column, it gives a really sleek kind of look. The black, obviously it's not see-through at all, so I can wear whatever granny panties underneath that I want to, but it still looks really, really nice. This is so comfy and it just brings me a lot of joy when I put it on my body. I also will say the shoulders are a little bit adjusting. I had no problems with this being a really nice full maxi length. I wasn't tripping on my feet or anything. So if you are a menstruating person and you would also like a period dress, I would recommend this one, or find something similar that has a nice big flowy kind of silhouette, preferably in black. I'm just saying, black hides a lot of stains, but it's so comfy. I'm going to be wearing this nonstop because yes, today is actually the first day of my period, so it's very apropos. The next piece on my list that I have been keeping an eye out for is a really good pair of breezy linen pants, but not just plain linen pants. I've been wanting striped linen pants. I feel like the stripes just give it a little bit more texture and interest and pattern, but it's also a very classic kind of thing where it doesn't necessarily look like you're just being trendy. This, I feel like the stripes make it actually look a little bit more refined, a little bit more expensive, and it's just perfect if you're going on any of those resorty kind of vacations or cruise. Or honestly, if you're like me, it looks really nice and a little bit fancier if I'm lounging around my house. It honestly just feels like sweatpants, and the cool thing about linen is the more you wash it and the more you wear it, the softer it actually gets. But these are already really soft and comfy to begin with. This particular pair hits at the perfect full length for my height. Obviously, if you're taller, it might hit at like an ankle length, but I actually think both lengths are very, very flattering, especially if you're wearing flat sandals or shoes. And I also like that this one comes with belt loops in the front. So if you wanted to make it look a little bit more business, a little higher end, you could wear a belt on top of this. And then there are also pockets on the sides and a pocket on the back. A lot of linen pants I find just don't really have all of these pockets. So especially the one on the back, it makes it look a little nicer. I will also say I don't want any kind of elasticy waists that are way too tight on my stomach, and this doesn't pinch at all. It has a lot of comfortable stretch and room to it. As soon as I put these on, I was like, I just want to live in these. They're so comfy. So once again, I love a pair of bottoms that can pair with just about any top. I could totally wear this with a plain white t-shirt or a black t-shirt, cashmere sweater, a boat neck, a tank top. I could wear this so many different ways. For the days where I want to be in sweats but I don't want to look like I'm wearing sweats, this is going to be such a good go-to. And then last but certainly not least, I know everybody says you should have a little black dress, an LBD. I would actually beg to differ. Every time I've tried to incorporate a basic little black dress into my own wardrobe, it just never really spoke to me the way a little silk dress, a little burgundy dress does. Now I'm still using the same concept as the little black dress, and I believe this dress actually does come in black, so if you prefer black and black is your thing, this comes in black. But I would say this rich tone that just makes my skin and hair really pop and look beautiful. This is a great basic dress that I could wear to a gala. I could wear this to a wedding. I could wear this walking around the house if I want to look a little extra fancy but feel like I'm just wearing PJs. This is her. Coming from a sewing experience background, because I have made a few dresses myself, I like if it's cut on the bias. It's actually cut at a 45-degree angle because it has a nice drape to it, and it'll kind of cling to your curves but then just flow away from your body. So it doesn't pull at anything, it doesn't tug. There's a little bit of ease in there. It also just makes your shape look pretty. It hangs beautifully. And that's what this dress is. It might just look plain in my hands, but on the body, it just skims the hips, it skims your curves, but it just feels like you're not wearing anything because it's 100% silk. That is my favorite combo. Honestly, silk always looks classy. It's always going to give a different sheen than a satin polyester. So if you have the choice, if you're just gonna have one fully silk dress in your wardrobe, have it be something that's actually silk and not just polyester. This particular shape, the reason I was really drawn to it is I like that it kind of actually has a really higher, slight cowl neckline, which I think is so feminine. It's so beautiful. It's almost like Grecian goddess in a way. And then it just has this beautiful cross in the back. But I'm telling you, the minute I put this dress on my body, I just wanted to stay in it. Can you imagine going to a wedding and you are so comfortable in your dress? It looks expensive, it looks elegant, but only you know it actually feels like pajamas. That is fashion goals to me. I also feel like I'm in a stage in my life where I don't necessarily want to have all of my assets out on display, but this one shows off what I want to show off without showing too much. I think this dress actually comes in many, many different colors. So whatever color best suits your skin tone, definitely go for that. But for me, this rich wine burgundy, it's almost like purplish blackish in certain shades of the light. It's so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And once again, I love that as a shorty, this doesn't need any alterations. The way it fits right off the rack, it's the perfect maxi length on me. I could wear it with flat shoes or with heels. It's so elegant and beautiful. If you have something else that you've really had your mind on that has been your hyperfixation that you've been searching for, let me know what that is down in the comments. I guess that is about it for today's video. Thank you so much once again to Quince. If you want to check out any of the specific pieces I talked about, I will have them all linked down in the info box down below. If you enjoyed this kind of video and you want to see more, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to see more of my videos. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!